All right. I think we're live. Should be. I'm not getting anything through my actual Twitch window. Oh, hang on. That's why. There we go. Yeah. Just had something I needed to reset real quick. Okay. Welcome to, I think this is part 8 of Void's Blitzarre Adventure. The kind of thrown together hack by the community, put together in a week for Fire Emblem 8. Completely original content, mostly. Alright. This week is doing chapter 16 called Dead Valley. And depending on how long it takes, maybe we'll do another one. It looks kind of big though, so seems like it's gonna probably be a bit of a hike. There's a lot going on here. Hero Orson is our boss. He's got some pretty threatening stats. Doesn't move though, but he does have a tomahawk, so he can hit pretty hard from range. Though that looks like his least threatening weapon, so I will probably still want to contest him at range. He does have a fort to sit on too. At least it's not a gate or throne. The bonuses are not quite as crazy then. Yeah, it doesn't look like any crazy skills, just standard class stuff. Soul might be a bit of a problem, the 21% chance of healing himself on top of what the fort heals him. And what is the defeat the boss? Okay, so I only have to kill him, though. It's gonna be hard to really burn him down without dealing with most of these guys already. So I have a feeling I'm going to have to kill most of them anyway. If I remember from last week, we've got a rogue here running, who's likely going to run from us, and he's carrying an energy ring. Forces me to kind of chase after him, take extra risks. It's a good anti-turtling incentive by the map designers. This thief as well, who has not only a spear but also a goddess icon, and this is noteworthy because it forces me not only to chase him but also to specifically chase him with my own thief if I wanted to get both of these goodies, and they are worth getting. Void needs as many goddess icons as I can shove down her throat because she won't grow any luck on her own. And even though I've got the Hoplon guard now that'll protect her against criticals, luck still plays a role in hit rates and avoid. So it's definitely worth grabbing. Lots of promoted enemies. They're all low level, but promoted bases still make them kind of threatening. I can't kind of steamroll over them. My team, though, Anna could probably run train over some of them, especially like the axe users. Especially in the first 7 turns while her lucky 7 skill is still active. But promoted units are kind of scary. especially since they're handing out silver and reaver weapons to all of them. So they hit hard and not to be trifled with. Thimble Vitter, huh? Bolting. I know there's a ballista boat up here. Silver Lance. Do you have rank? You don't. At least you don't have a shadow shot. Crimson Eye. 39 attack. Jesus. Weaver Knight enemy too. This does appear to be a visitable village, I think. You've got. I was gonna. Well, maybe not. I'm not sure if it's threatened either. Kind of looks like one of these two destroyed this village, but there's. If it's this bone, but right, it's 1 turn, 2 turn, 3 turns. I kind of doubt I'm going to be able to carve through these enemies and this just pure distance before he gets to the village, if that is what he's programmed to do. Let's see what's in the shop. Some rather valuable weapons. Some good stuff. I am actually sitting on some good stuff already, so I'm not sure how much I actually need. I might want to grab a lightning tome. I think I need a new flux. I think I only have 10 uses left in mine. Yeah. Let's see. Don't think I saw any status staves, fortunately. So I had put well, thought I'd given restore to someone, but I guess not. I might actually be making use of that warp staff in order to get that thief, but I need to make sure I can do that safely. For anyone who missed last week, I did unfortunately lose Tim, my hero. He got sniped by a sniper who walked out of Fog of War, and there's not a whole lot I could do about it. Got a Brave Lance. Like I might be able to do warp rescue shenanigans to get you. I was thinking about promoting Kirsten this chapter, and I think I will, mostly because I need her stats to be up higher so that she can kind of commando her way over here. I just need to kill this hunter. I don't think she can't one-hit it, and she's not fast enough to double. I do have Anna now. She was a new acquisition from last chapter as well. My second Anna with a slightly different design from the other one. This is kind of an older style, whereas Weaver and Anna is a little more modern. But this is the first time, I think, even though it's a fan-made game, that more than one Anna has been playable at the same time, which I think is a fun addition and probably best kept to a best kept to the fan-made stuff. I'm not sure how an official game would handle something like that, but she's pretty good. She actually has I want to say this is kind of like Heath's growth from Fire Emblem 7, except for strength. He's got much higher strength, but he's got decent speed and decent defense, and I think Anna's defense here is actually a little bit better than Heath's. She also appropriately comes with Despoil on top of her regular Wyvern Rider skills, so that's a fun addition. And this Anna actually doesn't have Despoil, but that's okay. So yeah, Tim died, so I am actually running with Tam now, his brother. I think I'm going to make Kirsten a Falco Knight, so that she gets access to swords. That makes her and this Anna my 2 sword users, and that way I can make Tam into a warrior and gives me another bow user, in addition to being an axe wielder. But as I said, I think I might have to... If I want to do any rescue warp shenanigans, I'm going to need to field Cilicia for her staff rank, because I don't have another staff user that's high enough to use one or both of those without her, and she's still good. She's got really great bases. But it means I have to figure out who to own. I guess that's not too big of an issue, just have to bench Anti-Arch for this chapter. Goodbye, Elfire. You're far too heavy. And bring Thunder on. So the warp is A, so warp has to be Prin, who has an A rank. Could have done that better. So Bob needs to stay here. What's your 3 res? You're also 3 res. So neither of them are any better. I think is it 15? Anna actually has better res growth than Kirsten. What do you have? Oh, a battle axe. Right, I forgot that these existed. These are Sacred Stone's pole axes, basically just a B rank axe that hits harder and has even lower accuracy, but it's kind of a midway between a steel axe and a silver axe. So I'm gonna send Anna out to deal with these guys. I'm hoping I'm kind of hoping he runs from me. Mostly because he might actually mess up Anna a bit if he comes in and attacks and I've got an Axe Reaver equipped. Let's see, how much? 18, 17 speed. So yeah, that's enough to double. 18 attack. So fortunately he's not doing too much damage, and right. See, weapon triangle doubles effects, so it's actually 20 attack. So he's doing 8 damage twice. Wow. Screw you too. Got a spear and a horse slayer. This is a the last chapter was kind of tricky, but the enemies were, for the most part, fair, and this is a significant spike in difficulty. I may need to early promote Anna, too, just because I need her to have better stats. Either way, I can still lead out with Ty here. I don't think any of these guys have effective weaponry, so they should bash up against the wall, mighty wall that is Ty, though they're still doing damage to him. 4, 5, 6, 7. I think with a shove I might be able to get him on that fort. And I can still bait with a phantom. That'll be useful. I was trying to wait off for promoting Void as well as long as I can, just to make sure she's as strong as she can be, but that might also not work. Alright, I think we're as good as it's gonna get, so let's see how this goes. I might have to restart in the first turn or something if I lose Bob, or I think if it's in like the first turn or two, I don't mind restarting because I wouldn't have lost very much time. Nikita, don't get me mixed up with that imposter there. Also, there are enemies approaching from the south. Great. Alright, you're pretty good. What is this? Renewal? Renewal 3. Interesting growth spread. Doesn't have a lot of strength and isn't likely to get much strength. It's gonna have skill and luck. Oops. But he's got okay weapon ranks and comes with Brave Axe at least, so it'll be useful. Finally, some more physical cavalry that's not Leroy. That's welcome. Oh, right. Can't reach. Oh, I should have given her pure water because I do have one. Let me see what rescue range is first. Okay, good enough. Actually, I don't want her to stand there because that's in range of the spear thrower wyvern. Again, weird slowdowns here. So that's mine now. I still need to chase after him because I have to rescue Bob so he doesn't get smacked by that general. Though he's probably still in range of the Berserker, and I think he's still in range of the Wyvern Rider, so we'll see. He might not make it through this turn anyway. I gotta try to position Anna here so that I can bait that fighter, but also not, bait the fighter, but not bait the rogue, because I can't get weapon triangle advantage on both of them. Though she's still gonna end up taking a bolting, and that's gonna hurt like hell. 25, right? That's most of her health by itself. And he moves. Whether he's programmed to move or not remains to be seen. And he's going to get focus. His focus skill is going to boost his critical rate once this rogue is out of there too. So I really need to kill him ASAP. This chapter is all kinds of gross. Design-wise, this might be the most sadistic chapter that has come up so far. I suppose, worst case scenario, if I have to restart, I might just ignore these guys and focus on clearing out enemies more safely, just because I don't have the power to punch through and get them. But we'll see what their AI does too. I've been assuming they're going to run from me, but they might not. Let's put out a phantom. Gonna see if I can draw that Wyvern Rider with the phantom. Phantoms level up with the summoner, so but their level is generated at the moment they're summoned, and I've got the level up afterwards. So one thing that's interesting is so they've got seal defense, which is pretty awesome. Given that there's a skill system, I'm curious if phantoms actually gain another skill once the summoner hits like level 5 or level 15. That'd be kind of neat. Hello, graphical glitch. Yeah, that's all right. It's right about. Oh, you don't move. Okay, that's good. In that case, this is probably a reasonably good place to bait this Wyvern Rider. So yeah, I wanted to see if I could shove him up. Yes. Here. Take that. You've got a steel sword too, right? But you can't put you on a defensive tile. Do have rallies. Yes. Madeline, Malduin. I've never had to pronounce that out loud. And Tarvos, and these are actually regular monster enemies from Sacred Stones games. There are White as well. Bone Walkers is the unpromoted form, and Mogol, Arch Mogol is the promoted version. But yeah, they're just kind of casually mixed in here. I should have brought Samson over to help deal with the Wyvern. Killer weapons are just so good in the GBA games. Longbows, expensive, but worth grabbing, because I'm low on the one. And yeah, I want hand axes. I think I have a... I'm gonna get a Sword Slayer this chapter, so I don't need to pick up a Sword Reaver, and I think I already have one. I've got a bunch of Axe Reavers already, and I may want to grab a Lance Reaver. Actually, that's not going to give me enough. I have some red gems I forgot to sell that I can take out here. Yeah, he's got a Sword Reaver already. Yeah, I just want the extra Lance Reaver and then I'm done here. Okay, let's see what stuff does. Yeah, they run from me. Did that just turn into a Wyvern, right? Ow. And it hit. 37 is actually not a decent chance to evade it, but it means I need to rush her some healing as well. Good. The last, Malduin has a silver bow, so he's gonna shoot instead of attack in melee range. So unfortunately I don't get a counterattack on him, but he unfortunately picked a good place to attack from too, because it's a bit tricky for me to reach. Oh, that still doesn't do enough damage to kill. Okay, it was just a momentary thing that... Where is he going? That will work. Let's see, where's that? General and the Great Knight. Okay, so that's safe. What about Pren? Not fast enough. And lower luck too. Nice. Yeah, Cilicia negates his crit entirely here. Still hits like a truck, but I could technically do this. It's not gonna kill fast, but this, what's your 11 resistance? 25. 11 is 14, but with weapon triangle advantage is 15. But Prin actually has a lot of HP. And she dodged that anyway, cool. So I'm just going to use a vulnerary or elixir? And I might be holding an elixir. Yeah. I just need to end this mage ASAP. I suppose since the Berserker doesn't move, I could put Bob here. Berserker's unlikely to hit. Oh, okay. That's actually kind of bad. It means the Berserker's gonna attack next turn, and Bob's gonna kill him. So 40, 8, 16, 32, yeah. It was actually a case where getting a crit there might have ended up killing Bob. Because the Berserker not here, this general and this mercenary can waltz in and attack Bob from the fort tile too, but the general has a brave lance. 25, 8, 17, 18 with weapon triangle advantage. That's twice, more than enough to kill him. Unless I can throw a phantom into the mix, then maybe then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just gonna summon a phantom, send him over there, and hope that it baits out the attack that's gonna kill Bob. Now I have to figure out how to kill these guys. The Tarvos are the unpromoted versions, and the Malduin is the promoted one. But these guys are not equal either. They're both level 18, but this one has significantly higher stats than that one. I'm gonna since they have cavalry movement, so I can't really block them off very easily. That'll kill, but the hit rate's really shaky. That won't even kill. I was hoping I could save Anna for dealing with the promoted one, but yeesh. Wow, how fast is that? 17? Light brand. Wait. 220, okay, so yeah, I'm 1 point away from being able to double. Do have an Axe Reaver I can give to Void. 7, 11, 3, 4. So she takes 4 speed penalty from equipping it, which unfortunately puts her in double range with the silver bow. So that won't work. That'll kill her in 1 turn. There's oh wait, this guy's got a resistance seal. It's like these guys have seals as well. At least the monster enemies don't have any skills. Oh, cunning. Yeah, thief with having acrobat as a class skill and enemy thieves that are supposed to be running away means that they can put all the forest tiles they want in front, and it's gonna help them more than slow them down. This is chapter 16 out of 30. But this is still pretty tricky. These enemies are as hard or harder than endgame enemies in Sacred Stones, and Blazing Sword, really, and actually comparable to late game Binding Blade enemies on hard mode even. And I don't have my troops haven't really been built up enough. Anna's pretty good, but she's frail. And most of the rest of my troops, I even have some unpromoted characters. And even the promoted ones are still fairly new. So what do I have here? 16. Taking 16 damage, taking 13 damage. I'm wondering if I could... that's even not great. I guess I could do this and then swap his weapon with Ty. Oh right, I need to turn his animations on. I don't know why, but my sinuses just suddenly flooded. Sorry if I sound a little nasally. Yeah, he's got rally, but it doesn't help here. I guess you need to die first. This is the one that's got surprisingly high stats. Like, that's better than my lord on almost every account. Better HP, better strength, one less skill, few points less speed, same luck, better defense, better resistance, better movement, better con. His random unpromoted enemy is better than my main character. See, like, I'm trying to block off some options here, but they have so much movement that even with the forests, I can't really do a whole lot. I need a brave bow for Samson. So even Anna can't kill here. Astra, maybe she can. Lightbrand durability weeps. Yeah, down to 3. Okay, so I've got some semblance of a wall here. Hopefully Nikita can survive those 2 attacks. 14. It's not going to be doubled, at least. So there's that. Just has to take 1 attack from both of them. It's like, how much? 32 attack. So 22 damage. That's, yeah, enough to kill. And one round. I don't have much choice here. I was looking ahead at their promotion gains, and Falcon Knight's actually got slightly better gains stat-wise than the Wyvern Knight. And as I mentioned, I kind of wanted another sword user, so I'm going to make her a Falcon Knight. In Sacred Stones, the Wyvern Knight was generally considered the better promotion because it had better stat caps for the relevant stats that Peg Knights traditionally got. High skill and speed, higher than the Falcon Knight even. But that was mostly relevant because there was an actual chance of hitting those stat caps, whereas especially with an early promotion here, I'm not terribly likely to actually run up against those caps. Like, Tam is kind of lagging behind here, so I don't want to promote him either, though. Again, for stats sake, I may not have much of a choice if he's going to be useful. It's not going to be the most impressive stat line, but I need the boosts. We'll see after this turn. Maybe if I can feed Void another level, I won't mind so much about promoting her this chapter. Right, I always forget at the beginning of a stream that Tai has Provoke, which draws enemy attacks to him. Wonder if I can use that against the thieves if I have to replay this. Okay, he saved himself by whiffing an 88. Bob, that is. That actually works out. Oh right, I forgot that he was out there. Ow. Unfortunately, Nikita also has Provoke, so... yeah. That's what should have happened last time. Well... let's see. So I'm still in kind of a lousy position, but it's a new turn. I've got new options. This warrior, of course he's got a silver bow. And I can't do much about him. He's too strong. Great. Makes me wish I hadn't used the one durability rescue staff on Cilicia and had used the 3, so I could have killed this guy and then rescued her out of there. But I didn't. I will remember that for next time, because I have a feeling I'm not going to make it through this without having to reset. Because I can't afford to lose Bob, and I really don't want to lose Anna. just from the fact that this is such a the enemies in this chapter are on steroids so much that I kind of need all the firepower I can muster. Alright, did you even get... Yeah, you got defense sealed, but he's just got so much bulk. I can't kill him. Not without a really lucky crit. Prin's down here, outside of the range to do much of anything. Still not sure where this thief is actually going. I assume he's kind of exiting out over here or something, but... And I was hoping to throw Void some experience here. Maybe I can throw a spear. I think I've got this. Ugh, that hit right. Well, okay, I'll take it. So yeah, she's what, 18 now? I think I'm probably gonna promote her just because I need, as I've been saying, I just need the firepower. Fortunately, an archer close by here. Both fair, I think. Yeah. So his single hit nukes have become even more potent. Forest tiles here kind of fortunately preventing this Great Knight from having much of a threatening area over here. Can I actually... No, I don't have the power. I think I'm probably best off continuing to throw phantoms with Arv. Oh, he equipped the silver sword. Actually, I should have made him summon it right here, because then I could have left him on that spot. But, not sure it matters that much. Oh, that was a good level up too. That means she's probably going to die. That's how these things go. I have to deal with this bolting for another turn. We have lance and sword. Suppose I could do a rescue drop, I think. Let's see, if I go here and move down. Bob would have to... Can Bob rescue? Bob can swap. Not sure if swap is helpful, but I need reposition. Alright, hope that draws someone's fire. Crit, Astra crits. Crits for days. Feels like I'm playing FE4 all over again. That was beautiful. Alright. I can lure you. You've got a beat swords, weak to axe, neutral to axe, so axe is probably what I should be throwing at him. Actually, Horse Slayer, neutral to lance, weak to lance. And not much else I can do there. Swing. Oh, okay. She gets some good distance over here. Though not enough, I don't think enough to participate in a rescue drop. Alright, got a halberd. Let's see if I can force him to attack me with the silver bow, though. Attack. Actually, she can survive a Brave Lance hit, so I don't have to. Don't actually have to rescue Cilicia there. If I go there, then it's like I can try to hide here, but that just puts me in range of the soldier, the warrior. Let's see, can he kill Bob in one shot with the bow? Excuse me. So plus 332 attack. No, he cannot. Two, 30, 26, but the bow plus you definitely can. So that's still not really an option. Unfortunately, I have to continue, or I have to fall back again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these two spaces are also not safe. Right? Yeah. Bolting Man's gonna have his way with my army for another turn regardless. Alright. Excuse me for this enemy phase. Be right back. Alright, that's better. Ow, got hit by bolting. Ow, got hit by silver bow. But Prin with the retaliation. Unfortunately, I'm still gonna need to use 2 people to kill him next turn. I wonder if... Let's see here. Oh, I was looking at the wrong window. Yes. That will work. So I can swap Kirsten into range to harass this warrior, and that frees up. Let's see here. That frees up Anna and Wyvern Anna and Prin to kill the bolting mage. Where is he going? Where are you going? Why haven't you gotten there yet? Yes. Ah, sweet vengeance. Okay. Well, she needed speed. Her growths are alright, but her bases were actually kind of low for her level. Alright, so... I wonder if Betty has lived to serve. I don't remember. But anyway, I can do this now. Now that I know she can survive a Brave Lance attack, I can start wearing down this general. But yeah, I'm not getting the spear, not getting that energy ring unless they kind of wind all the way up over here, and then I might have a chance. What do you have? Silver rune sword, silver reaver stuff. Wow, I'm just screwed no matter who I go up against you with. Fortunately, you don't hit very hard. Which was a Lance Reaver, so I want to... Yeah, I think I want sword, actually. I'm neutral against him, neutral against him, no, regardless. But I don't need to give the hero weapon triangle advantage. I don't have a good sword, a good lance on this guy. But I can get him something. Though javelin's actually probably not that bad of an idea. So I can throw it at... Never mind, I said I wanted sword anyway. Yeah. Oh, at least this guy's kind of on the slower side. Really nice if I could. Darn, not enough power to kill. If I shoved, could I get into a close? I was thinking that, but Maybe. Let's see, I don't have a... Right, I lost my only silver bow with Jay when he died. Darn. Well, let's see. Can still hope for a killer bow crit. Please. Darn. Actually, even a sure shot would have did the trick. Just needed a little more. Alright. Give Tam some experience, maybe? If he can kill. He can't. Not fast enough. Not fast enough. I think I can spare a Phantom for this, though. Phantom's probably going to die on the retaliation. Yeah, but he did a little bit of damage, and more importantly, he sealed his defense. So now I do enough damage to kill. Okay. Oh good, I can even block off Samson now. So alright, Samson's safe, Tam's safe. In the event that that thief is going up towards that corner, I could actually send Anna up to start drawing, wow, brave weapons. Well, we just have to hope for the best there, because I can't really afford to wait back too much. Oh, he went with a silver sword for the damage, I guess. But interesting. The Brave Lance should be out damaging that silver sword in almost every case. But maybe the AI doesn't account for the double attack for the total damage. Oh, good, I got a retaliation actually hit. Yep. Yeah, thankfully he doesn't hit very hard, so don't have to worry about Ty taking much damage. I pretty much never have to worry about Ty taking much damage. Ty is saving grace here. Well, okay. More stuff is on the move now. I'm not sure if it was a turn thing or if I crossed the threshold. I might have with Ty here. Let's see. The Brave Lance is the more threatening of these two. It looks better for me here because Duelist Blow increases my avoid a lot. But that would probably not be a 0 hit for the enemy on enemy phase, and that's enough to kill if I get unlucky enough. So, let's see, what was the Brave Sword hitting me for? That's also enough to kill me. Great. But I should be able to convince him to use the short spear instead. Maybe. Hopefully. So he should go right here next turn and throw his Brave Lance, or not his Brave Lance, ranged Brave Weapons. Ranged 1/2 or 1/2 range Brave Weapons would be terrifying, especially GBA era where they didn't have any of the weaknesses built in that they do in the more modern ones. Okay, so you are coming in. You've got a Killer Lance. That's kind of nasty. What about you, Silver? Killer is actually a little more scary because of the RNG element. But since he does seem to be moving on his own, he should move into my range and I can just pick him off next turn. This center area is kind of finally opened up at least. You have one more bolting to worry about. I should be able to kill him in one round. Depends a little on RNG. Make sure I hit that 70. Or just crit. Hit the 70 and crit. Poor Void getting left behind here by her movement. Right, so yeah, I guess I'll just promote her so that she can keep up too. I've actually had this promotion item for Void since the very beginning of the game. But she can also use it from level 1. I did a quick test and she could promote even on the prologue chapter. But then she turns into Ephraim with Erica's overworld sprite. Because lances. Oh, that's actually untraversable. What are you? 16, 13, and wait. Okay. I was like, why can Arv actually double here? But then I remembered she's not god-awful slow. I guess I'll get some chip damage in here. Or not. There are worse 80s that I could have missed. There are better 6% crits I could have hit too, but oh well. 10, 6, not slowed down at all. Wow, he can't get through that at... Huh. 2, 3. There's only 3 spaces, but 2 forests is enough to grind his movement to a halt. Horse Slayer. Doing work. Would be nice if his provoke drew that cavalier from on the right over. I think, yeah, he's in range. Got this nomad, or ranger I should say, bearing down on me here too. This is your 14 speed, that's enough to double Samson. And these have virtually equivalent stats, so it's still 25 damage, which means it's 15 damage, which he can actually survive a double from that. Problem is this archer is still here. So I may do this instead. Since I do have another long bow, I can afford to use up this one. Yeah. So, and then to prevent archer from coming in, I can actually just straight up kill that archer. I have to deal with these two plus a retaliation though. And we're not quite in the ballista's range yet, so that's good. 9 damage, that's gonna be 10 damage, and that's 10 damage. It's 9, 10, 10, 29. If I fail to kill this archer, it's another 9. That's 38. We can survive that. Yeah, I was afraid of that. 70 is a bit of a shaky hit rate. Even though it's higher than it looks, it's still not as reliable. I consider 80s reasonably safe, and 70s is kind of where you want to have a contingency. Make sure you're prepared for the possibility of missing. Yeah, that thief is going to the top right. Fortunately, I don't think I have any Anna's, even with Anna making full chase, I don't think I can stop him. Especially not without a Lance Reaver, though Void might be able to reach her. Oh, renewal, right. Silver Lance. Yeah, I'm not sure where he's going, other than over here. Oh no, Void. Yeah, Void can't reach that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Time might be able to reach her though. I just have to see. Make sure to kill these guys. Arv with the random Lance Breaker skill makes matchup against lances pretty much always favorable. So I can do... No, that's not the one I want. That's not going to hold up. This one. Trade to you. Sure, I'll take the Horse Slayer. Oh, I can't... Did I lose Shove? Crap. There goes that plan. I mean, I suppose it makes sense, because he can't shove or mounted units can't shove or be shoved in Path of Radiance, but darn. Well, Anna's gonna have to go it alone. And I gave away the Horse Slayer. Guess I can do this though. Well, a whole lot of nothing happened that round. Oh, 1 point. I guess that makes it easy for Samson or Tam to finish off at least. This is just a regular ballista. It just looks like that attack range is a lot larger than 10 spaces, but I suppose 10 spaces is pretty big. I suppose Tam also would have rather gotten that experience over this guy who's not going to give as much. Steadily bring Cilicia over here so that she can offer healing to the rest of the party, because I'm pretty spread out here. Let's not have to take an attack from a killer lance if we can avoid it. So defense 12, 11. 16, 13 speed, 16 luck, 11 speed, so neither of them are in danger of being doubled. Anna it is. She also has the dragon spear, but right, Anna's got really lousy skill. Is this Tentivity? Tentivity? Yeah, that's Tentivity. There are no allies. Yeah. Great. Alright. Kirsten can get it. As much as I want to give Anna the experience, I gotta go with the safer option. Of course, I can't protect Kirsten now, but Kirsten doesn't terribly need protecting, at least. She's no Florina. Not sure Bob has much of anything else to do this chapter. Ow, that hurt. Except it didn't. It would have hurt. I flinched prematurely. Yep, there he goes. Well, fortunately, it does look like I'll be able to head off the rogue, but would have been nice to know that they were going up there. Okay, I didn't. Seems like I didn't have to worry about the Wyvern Rider there at all. What turn is it? Is Anna still getting lucky 7? So this is actually just turn 7. Feels like it's been a lot longer until the 7th turn. So it seems like it's still in effect. because I'm gonna have to deal with you. Fortunately, can take one hit, and he'll have virtually no accuracy. I'm gonna start drawing fire from that ballista, just to empty it of ammo. Silver axe, silver lance. Oh, that's also the ballista. Let's see, 33, 22. Just once. I'm gonna get skill sealed. I don't remember. I don't think she fought a skill seal is on the monks, and I don't think she fought one. Good, Prin. Well, at least I can give the kill to Anna. Hopefully. Oh. Alright. Thanks for joining, Nick. The worst of this chapter, for the most part, looks like it's over, so it'll just mostly be cleaning up all the rest of the enemies and then taking on the boss. Missed out on the spear, but I'll live. The energy ring is slightly more valuable to me, so I'm glad I'll be able to have an opportunity to grab that. What's our bolting range here? Pretty big. Don't need bolting and axe, silver axe. Right. Forget that she has a rally. It's magic resistance. Not super useful at the moment, but oh, well, well, that's not terrible. That bolting can reach Kirsten. So 17 plus 12 is 25 again. No. 17. Oh no. Yeah, 29. Which is less than her her current HP, so it won't kill. Do you have any? Does have focus active, and that's not fun. 15% crit. Fortunately, Kirsten's got an okay luck stat, so she can hold out. Right, I want to give Void more luck. Yep. 30 damage. That's a instant kill if it hits. I hope I can reach that Archmogul with someone else, because I need to kill that rogue this turn. Otherwise, it's going to escape. But my lucky 7s ran out this turn as well. Ow. Oh, a purge spell. I didn't even notice that when I was looking through stuff before. I saw a bishop that didn't have status stabs, and it was immediately not very threatening. Now they're all coming in on me. Okay. I can reach, but I can't kill. Lovely. So like 85, 115. I suppose one thing I can do is if I use the light brands, I gain weapon triangle advantage against the Mogul. But my hit rate goes into the ground against this rogue. I think that's 30. So it's the 5s drop 110 to 80. Yeah, that's 30% chance of one-shotting Anna. My hit rate here is not great either. Alright, I think as I usually do when I have to fight against RNG shenanigans, I'm gonna make a save state here. And hope for the best. I might not even hit this guy the second time. Okay, at least I did. I got his energy ring. This is the strongest Archmogul I've seen in any of these games. 15's fast enough to double Samsung, and 7 res is enough to kill him. So I can't go in with Samsung. As much as I might want to. Alright, I still have a Phantom out. Fix that. Well, I guess I'm gonna go in with Kirsten here and hope I can pick off that bolting user before he causes me any more grief. Well, I can throw something at him. That's good. I'll take it. That's a kill. I wasn't actually expecting to be able to reach him this turn. Alright, so that clears that side. Now all of these guys are kind of bearing down on me though. Diverse weaponry, that means I can't kind of face tank. Not easily at least. Ty probably can. Yeah, low percent crits. Thank you, Ty. At least I can always rely on you. So I want to get Tam in to fight this. Well, even he can't even kill it. So I guess leave him with the warrior kill. That's okay. 26. He actually has 10 resistance. And is a little slow, but the others are still just as slow. So mostly just worried about what do you do. 14 damage. It's not awful. It's not great, but Sword Reaver doesn't apply. How much do you? 8. So 8, 14, 22. The other hero can't reach. Though this would also be a good place for a resistance rally, because I can't stop this Mage Knight from kind of coming in on me. It's not terrible. But I don't think the Mage Knight can kill anyone this coming turn, even without the res rally. He hurts a fair bit, but I don't think he can kill. I wanted to give Void defensive cover, but this forest, this forest, this forest, this forest, and this forest all can be attacked by someone in addition to this Mage Knight, so that doesn't really help me much. Guess I should skirt along the Mogul's range with Samson, and I might be able to get him in range to pick off the ballista. Alright, I forgot about you. $22 is not awful, but I do have to keep it in mind. $22 isn't much to Cilicia, at least. But the Mage Knight and the 10. So that's 16 plus 12. Okay. He should be all right. The Mage Knight will probably attack Nikita anyway. Might actually be able to lure the Archmogul with a Phantom just for this turn. Just to hopefully give Anna a break. Other than that, Bob can be my swap bot if necessary from here on out. I don't think there's anything else to steal. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Nope, still going after Anna. Good. Ugh. And I can reach him next turn. Just go on the mountain tile or the forest tile. Mountain actually gives me even better avoid. Yeah, I was kind of expecting this too. Forgot that Ty was there. But he's got provoke as well. He's gonna draw all the fire. Your puny killing edge does nothing. Though my hulking Iron Axe also doesn't do anything when it fails to hit. Alright, well, all in all, I guess this wasn't a terrible run, this chapter. I know I'm not out of the woods yet, but the worst of it is definitely over by now. I can kill you, hopefully. I might not. Hope for crits. Or an Astra. At least with the mountain tile, she should have even better avoid. Because it's 30 instead of 20. So that's still not great, but continue kind of looming in with the Phantom, I guess. The Ballista even got in close enough for me to use Killer Bow. Yeah, no, though still not fast. Samson's still not fast enough to a double. I don't think he's ever going to double anything. Aha, trying to prove me wrong, are you? Well, maybe that's exactly what I wanted. These guys, do any of these guys? None of these guys move. Good. You're not close enough to do anything offensively, but for a change, not forgetting that she has a speed rally. Which I don't think is going to go to anyone that helps. It could already double, yeah. Oh well. And even with it, Tam can't double. Okay, I have to make sure I can actually kill all three of these before I commit all of my units in here. None of them took damage. And they all have forest tiles too. What do you have? Silver Sword? That's not awful. Let's give it a try. Aether. I'm not sure if that was Aether critical or just Aether and play the critical because it was Aether. Either way, I'll take it. Alright, I can swap bot this. Get an attack in. It's not gonna do much, but I suppose damage is damage. Unless it misses. Then it's no damage at all. Ugh, those hit rates. Actually, since I have a Horse Slayer, I should one-shot this guy. Yes, more resistance, more strength, more HP. Even with a even with a fire spell, I'm still getting super low hit. I can slow him down by 1 point if I force him to switch to the Silver Axe, which he might, to attack Ty. If he sticks with the Killing Edge, that's okay too. Maybe I can get him to attack Nikita instead. I guess this is the best place to attack from, because I get cover. But I'm lucky if either of these hit. Both of them did. Cool. Is he down to 17, not 13? So saying 13 would be enough for me to kill with Tam. It's actually advantageous enough that I think I can get away with it. You're good, you're fine. Well, that's not, I suppose that's not great, but... Yeah, that's what I was hoping would happen last turn, but... Okay, yeah, the other provoke took over, that's okay. Nikita won't, yeah, not gonna do anything, but forced him out of the forest so that I can gang up on him next turn. Ow. Fortunately, he's got at least enough bulk to take both of those hits. And renewal, too. Yeah, I can use Arv to heal here. They just slapped a staff in their hand in the summoner's hand for the staff animation, still played the same thing otherwise. That's pretty good. Bring him down to 1 health so I can finish him off with Tam. Ow. Yeah, I guess that was about 50%. Right, he switched off the sword, so bow becomes my best accuracy option. Alright. If I get a better axe user, then Tam's probably going on the bench, even though I did use a hero crest on him. I'm just barely scraping by with him as it is. Silver Killer. I can harass you. Oh! As I was just finished saying last turn that I didn't, or 2 turns ago, that I didn't think Samson was going to double anything, he insists on proving me wrong in the best way. Should be getting focused too. Yeah. I have to think about this. Cilicia is putting in so much work this chapter. She might be a better pick than Anti-Arch. Her name is only marginally easier to pronounce, but she comes with Acrobat instead of Seal Speed. But her offensive stats are just so much better than Arches, or not Arches. Let's see, you got ranged weapons as you should. But the fact that you don't move kind of means you're still sitting ducks. Now I get Astra and a crit. Gotta remember I can manually turn off animations by holding the L button before I commit to an action. Oh, okay, so I don't know if her growth changed when she leveled up or I just had never noticed before. It says 30 here for her HP growth, but given the way that it's flashing, that's actually 130% growth in HP. Which is why she just got a +2 to her HP in that last level up, and she's guaranteed to get at least one. She's guaranteed to get 1 point of HP every level up, and then she has a 30% chance to get an additional 1 point in her HP, which actually synergizes with Frenzy in a fantastic way. 4 damage. 27. So she's actually dealing 6 additional damage, I think, at her current HP. I was thinking about healing her next turn, but maybe I'll just leave her. Because she's got such great bulk, and really good HP as well. That I might as well frontline with her actually. Wish her speed was a bit better. The growth is there for it to get pretty good, but it hasn't been, unfortunately. Just more of my unfortunate luck this run. I just don't kind of feel like I haven't been all that lucky with level ups for the most part. Anna's been okay. Anna's probably been pretty good, but it's like Void's speed's on the low side. Oops. Keep looking at growths. I have my select button mapped to my shift key, so I keep accidentally prompting sticky keys. I should just turn that off in the console next time, before next time. Oh right, they did say there was reinforcements coming from the south. I should check what turn this is. 11 turns. They're not super overpowered, but they're enough to be threatening. Yeah, I didn't think there was anything up there. Fortunately, I'm knocking on the boss's door here, so I shouldn't. They're cavalry, so I may have to deal with one wave, but I should have rallied there. guess go to work here. Adept, yes. Good. Saves me from having to commit someone else to get in there. Let's see. Right. 18, 28. 28 gives me 22, 12. Ty is gonna tank these like a boss, as usual. Hopefully that's enough softening up so that next turn or later I can throw something else. I'm out of my magic, users here, but I could throw short spears. That's not getting me much. How much do I take from Nosferatu here? 26. That's not good. Just kind of skirt around here. Guess I'll just have to wait for next turn to finish them off. But in the meantime, I guess I can set up a defensive line. I actually don't want him around next turn. I just want that defense seal here. That'll help Ty deal more damage. Actually, not quite there yet. Suppose next turn I can move Ty on to start hitting the boss. That might be a good thing to do. Ow, someone actually hurt Ty. Oh, bonds. Interesting. So I was prepared for this Great Knight to actually come in on me, and he could reach Ty, but he didn't move. So I've got magic users I can play with now. Good. Weapon level already. So someone's actually, yeah, you're actually in range. Ephraim's Great Knight, or Great Lord animation was kind of neat the first time I saw it, first few times, but novelty wore off once I started seeing it a lot more, and now it kind of feels like a slow animation. So you've got brave weapons. Sword and lance. I want lance. Like a horse killer, which I happen to have. Cool. And I'll give you a rally too, because I can. That actually puts him in double range. Let's see, 12, 13, 13, and yeah, that he can double even with the Horse Slayer. Let's see, what can I do? Can I kill here? I think I can. See about killing you. I was thinking about blocking off the Great Knight here, just in case he decided to randomly move, but I think I have enough power to kill him. Follow up with Anna, and then start working on the boss with Ty. Good. Just enough. That was a pretty good level up for Arv. Ooh, Anathema? Yeah, that's good. I should definitely position her in longbow range of the boss next turn. It'll negate half of the Fort's Avoid bonus. I can't, unfortunately, swap her in close enough yet, but suppose what I could do this so that I can prepare him to have a better weapon next turn. He's gonna swap to the he's gonna swap to his axe, so I'm stuck with a iron sword. Then he'll switch back to his sword. So I guess I can have a silver lance on hand. But that's thinking 2 turns down the road here. These guys are kind of coming for Anna up here, and she's not going to be able to regroup with the rest in time. So I'm just going to hide her back here. Because the cavalry cannot reach these 3 spaces. They can't travel over mountains. I don't think these ones can. This is completely blocked off, and they have 1 to 2 range, so that should be safe for her, and she'll be able to stall, or I'm not sure what the AI will do from there. They might redirect. Fortunately, I'm fast enough to double because I'm going to need to kill. I always liked what they did with the Great Knight animations. They did a good job of diversifying it from the Paladin animation. The way the horse whips around is a little Interesting. Oh, okay. Falcon Knights now. They're gonna, yeah. Good choice of reinforcements. They're far enough away to give you some warning, but they will be on top of me very quickly if I don't kill this boss soon. What do I get from a... No, I get slowed down too much. 18. Nothing to steal. See, right, I did want to put Arvin longbow range so that an anathema applies. I'm going to seal his defense. And we just start taking swings at him. But he's got crit. I don't like tangoing with that crit rate. Not if I can avoid it. Yeah, Cilicia's the better option here. This is actually not terrible. Ooh, oh great. Criticals against, or final hits against bosses play critical animations. I'm gonna have to repeat that to myself every time it happens. Alright, we made it through. Slowly corrupting. So that was, there was a lot going on that chapter. The design was interesting at first, but I think there was the turtling disincentives were kind of clashing with the difficulty of some of the enemies. I suppose in retrospect, I didn't really have to rely on RNG for too much. So that's a good thing. But I definitely I did feel challenged. I guess that was good. I don't know. I think there are more interesting ways of designing a challenging chapter. This is a tricky one to kind of appraise. I don't want to kind of disregard it. At first, it kind of looked like it was a Gaiden-ish chapter where there's just a ton of enemies everywhere, and even though there was a lot of cover, it was just kind of a slugfest for a lot of it. But when you kind of broke down the placements, some of them were fairly clever, some of them not so much. There wasn't a whole lot going on in the middle of the map. It was a bit of empty space. The first 7 turns, like I was surprised that I I had made it all the way up to the top of the map by 7 turns, because I felt like there was so much going on in each turn that I felt that it had been longer than 7 turns. And I suppose that's a good thing. It's important to make sure each turn feels busy. But I'm also kind of wondering, I also kind of think that each turn in this chapter might have been a little too busy. Because it went from the point of being engaging to being a little exhausting. I think it would have still been just as good of a map if it were maybe 2/3 or half the horizontal width. And some of the enemies, like the Archmogul in the top right, was a little too doped up on steroids. It was in my favor, but I definitely RNG'd my way through past him. Anna dodging his attacks was a dodge or die situation, and that's not really. I have a feeling he would have torn apart most of the other people in my army, especially since I don't have too many characters that have great resistance, and the only light magic wielder I have doesn't have good resistance at all. What else? The boss was fair. Admittedly, I almost trivialized him thanks to Tai. Tai is so powerful. I'm not sure if it's the hard mode or if they were really just throwing the player a boon here, but he has definitely been my MVP since I got him. He could have been level 20 when I got him instead of like level 10, and I promoted him. For anyone who wasn't there when I recruited him, I promoted him on the spot because his stats were that good, and they have continued to hold up. I do think he probably needs to be nerfed. And something wonky with the provoke skill. I don't know. It's not well described how exactly it works, especially when there's more than one character that has provoke. But the fact that it has such a presence, I mentioned this last week as well, on such an incredibly tanky character. I like seeing aggro effects, but this might be coming on a little too strong in the way that it's kind of trivializing what would have been a difficult situation. At the same time, I'm not sure I would have made it through this chapter without Tai, so maybe he is appropriate, or maybe the chapter was designed with him in mind. I'm not sure they gave it that much foresight overall. It might have been possible if the creator of the chapter that Tai was recruited from was also the creator of that particular chapter, but it's just supposition, guesswork on my parts. There was a listing of who made what chapter, but I didn't look at it closely, and I would have to dig it out again. Anyway, it was an interesting chapter. It was a little tiring though, so I think I'm gonna call it a night here. I'm gonna preview this upcoming map real quick. And I see lava tiles. That's interesting. Phantom monsters is also very interesting. Leon is a Draco zombie. Oh boy. Dragon's blood. Able to activate dragon veins? Oh man, what is this chapter going to do? Two chest key. Oh, there's the other chests. Won't say too much more, but there's definitely going to be reinforcements because there are only. I can't bring up this menu, the menu from here. There are only a handful of enemies. 2, 4, 6, 8. There's only 10 enemies currently on the field, and there's a lot of open space between me and the enemies. So there's definitely going to be something going on. But yeah. All right. Slowly, huh? Thanks for joining this week, tonight, and I hope everyone will come back next week for this chapter. Hopefully this one doesn't take too long, because I'd like to start trying to get more than one chapter in. Otherwise I'm going to be at this for forever. Maybe I'll try to think about starting earlier so that I don't go as late and I can fit in a little bit more. Though, so it's 17 out of 30. There's 13 more to go, which isn't too bad. But yeah, we'll see. As I said, thanks again, and have a good night, everyone.